Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. And I am exhausted. I don't know why. Super tired. I need to sleep. I might go take a nap after this. I need my eyeballs to wake up and my brain, even though it's almost 4 o'clock. Let's stop talking, Kevin. It is Saturday, February 13th, the feast day of Saint Modomnoc. That's kind of fun to say. Saint Modomnoc. Um, which, from what I looked up, that was not his original name, but it was kind of came to be as he lived and things were translated more, I guess, and things adjusted. I don't know. Either way, he was an early 500s Irish missionary, and he is known as the patron saint of bees and beekeepers. All right, today's gospel is from Mark chapter 8, verses 1 through 10. Let's begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Spirit. Amen. In those days, when there again was a great crowd without anything to eat, he summoned the disciples and said, "My heart is moved with pity for the crowd, because they have been with me now for 3 days and have nothing to eat. If I send them away hungry to their homes, they will collapse on the way, and some of them have come a great distance." His disciples answered him, "Where can anyone get enough bread to satisfy them here in this deserted place?" Still he asked them, "How many loaves do you have?" "7," they replied. He ordered the crowd to sit down on the ground. Then, taking the 7 loaves, he gave thanks, broke them, and gave them to his disciples to distribute. And they distributed them to the crowd. They also had a few fish. He said the blessing over them and ordered them distributed also. They ate and were satisfied. They picked up the fragments left over, 7 baskets. There were about 4,000 people. He dismissed them and got into the boat with his disciples and came to the region of Dalmanutha. Okay, so we've got the feeding of the 4,000, which, Jesus is demonstrating what it means to be Christian. For he is the source of all Christianity, right? So that shouldn't be a big surprise. But he's moved with pity for this crowd who's been with him for 3 days and they've had nothing to eat, and he doesn't want to send them off without fulfilling them with the material substance of bread. So he does it. He performs the miracle out of pity, out of love for them, for these people, 4,000 people of who he's feeding, and then he leaves. And he moves on to the next thing. And I think that's can be part of our challenge of how we should interact with people, even people that we don't know, because clearly Jesus did not know as a human man. He did not know these 4,000 people on a personal level. He's God, right? So he does, like, in that sense. But as a human body of interaction, of normal interaction, Jesus does not know these 4,000 people. It's impossible. He's not had a one-on-one conversation. He doesn't know their hearts like the way that me and you can learn each other's hearts. So we're looking at Jesus' human nature here, not his divine nature. But he teaches us how we need to treat other people, of just recognizing that they too deserve our pity and our love, even if we don't know them. And then just how Jesus he performed this miracle, gave them their bread, let them go. He went the other way, and he never looked for anything in return, because that's what love truly is doing things for others out of love of what true Christianity is, and not expecting them to pay you back. I think a lot of us tend to do great things, which is good. It's better than not doing great things, but we tend to want something in return down the road, and that's not what love is. So that should be our challenge of the way that we interact with people and how we serve them, of just doing things to give glory to God, and realize that they can't pay you back, and it doesn't matter if they can't pay you back, because it really doesn't matter. Because the end goal of all of this for all of us is to get to heaven someday. So that's the goal. Look at people with compassion and love and pity, and don't try to expect anything back, and try to continue on that path of perfection, as 7 is mentioned often in this gospel, and 7 is the number of perfection anyway. So we'll throw that little twist in there. So have a great day. God bless. Keep it real. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.